I press record, okay? Is everyone fine? I press record.
How do I look?
Yeah, I'm good.
You look beautiful.
That's true, Alex. Please tell me.
Thank you.
Alright, so welcome back. Episode 2. This one is about After Hours by The Weeknd. So,
Yes, sir.
what are you guys' thoughts about it?
Yes. Should we go with Ali first, and then we'll go to Saeed, then Mattie, and then maybe me?
We could follow the order in Discord.
Yeah.
What's the order?
Oh, looks like I'm last.
Oh,
Yes.
Alright, it's me, Mattie, Alex, Saeed.
Okay.
Alright,
That's
so basically, so for me, my opinion now is way different to my opinion when it dropped. No, actually, not way different. It's different though. Like when it first dropped, I was like, I spammed this album religiously. Like, I think there was like I probably went a week where I didn't listen to anything else apart from After Hours. I just listened to the album straight for a whole week. But like I listened to it again, I think semi recently, probably I think just before I went to uni, and yeah, like the first 3, 4 songs I can go without. Like I think Alone Again, Too Late. I like Hardest to Love. But Scared to
Right
Live, like
answer.
those 3 songs I can do without them songs.
Get to this banger, man.
What Scared to Live? No, okay.
It's hard.
No, thing is, yeah, it's a good song, but it doesn't fit any vibe. Like it's
It doesn't. It's hard.
there's too much happening for it to be a sad song. The lyrics are too depressing for it to be a hype song. And like I don't know, like I can't listen to it in any setting. It's just going to be like if it comes on in the album, I'll listen to it, but I won't go, yo, you know what I need to listen to?
Not gonna lie, I forget it exists.
Yeah, literally, like exactly my point. But
Shit.
like those 3 songs, Scared to Live, Alone Again, Too Late. Actually, I like Too Late. So Scared to Live, Alone Again, and Heartless. I don't listen to at all. I've always had a thing with Heartless that I don't really like it, but like I said before, I think
It's so
like, on the
random.
podcast. Like
Have you-
I like if you play it through speakers, it's fine, but it's
Yeah,
hard to
yeah,
listen to through
yeah.
headphones. It just doesn't bang. But that's my opinion on it.
True that.
To be honest, I think mine's probably like the opposite to you. I was so excited for it when it first, like after Hours and Blinding Lights and Heartless and all that dropped. I was so excited for it. It came out, I listened to it the first time, and I was just like, nah, it's alright, it's good, but and then didn't listen to it again until I didn't listen to it again. I think until like a month ago, because a couple of songs came on my playlist. I think Save Your Tears and shit like that, and I was like, oh, this is good. I'm gonna listen to the whole thing again, and it's grown on me a lot since my first listen. And I really, to be honest, I like the first 3 songs. I like most of the songs apart from. I'd say the only songs I actually like, just genuinely dislike, Repeat After Me and Until I Bleed Out.
Oh, I hate you so
You mad?
That's my favorite
No,
song from the album.
I'll actually
Repeat After Me.
Is the best song.
I don't know what you want.
I don't know about that. I know about best song.
answer.
now.
What do you
It is
mean?
the best song on the album. Like literally,
Best
that
song,
in your
that's a bit tough.
eyes, and probably Save Your Tears. Like that 3-track one was.
I don't like
wild.
Save Your Tears. It's just me.
Bro,
I really don't like that song.
I'm the only person I met that does not like that song.
It's something. It's just like dead.
Save Your Tears is undebatable the top 3 on the album. That's just
Yeah,
easy.
I would say top bottom 3 on the album.
Oh my
With
god.
like, actually no.
Yeah, I would say Repeat After Me is bottom on the album.
Oh, that is so
Wait,
top.
so it's Repeat After Me and what else was the bottom?
Until I Bleed Out.
So you prefer Heartless?
Mm-hmm. That'd be
Mad.
third bottom, but yeah.
What about you, Alex?
Me, I was really excited before the drop, and when it got dropped, I think when I heard Blinding Lights when he came out with that single, I was like, oh wow, man, like he's gonna take this like in a different direction and actually like take a massive risk and just build himself as an artist. So I was really excited for the whole album. But when I actually got down and listened to the whole album, I was like, I liked the direction that he was going in. I just felt like it just wasn't. I don't know. Every album that The Weeknd has had like a purpose, and this one felt like it was trying to to do something that it didn't quite achieve. Like for me, my favorite song is probably one of the least favorite songs of people's on the album, which is Snow Child, which which a lot of people
Everyone
didn't
loves
like.
that track.
Do people
I
like?
think
actually
there's a
really
lot of people
like
that don't like
They
it.
don't.
No, I actually really like that song.
I
love
like
it.
it too. It's not one of my favorites, but I like it still. Like,
Shit.
Yeah,
Song's a banger.
I did this. This is the only Weeknd album that I couldn't like get behind. Like with every other album, I was able to like get behind. Like with Trilogy, I was able to.
I
Trilogy
don't
was
like Kissland at all.
you
I
don't
do
like
get what
this
you mean,
one?
though.
I did like Islam.
Huh?
I did like
I
Islam.
could not
like
tell you what was the
Kissland.
point.
I can't. It's dead.
How?
With this album, though, I agree with you, Alex, in the sense that's like,
I don't even have an argument for like why I don't like Kissland. It's just like, how do you not like it? Like
I like Wanderlust. That's it.
Which one?
And not even the Pharrell Williams one. Just the normal one. Oh no. Alright, listen, look, man. This album, I was so Faith, yeah. He this must be like a world record. How to kill a song, like the fastest way to kill a song, because he deaded it after that, after like 2 minutes. But before that, it would have been the best song ever. It would have been the best song ever made. But like, of course, he had to go and do that. In Your Eyes, banger. They're all too like. I love this album, man. Sick. Every song's fun.
Going back to what Alex said, like, what do you think the purpose is? Like, okay, so this album, I think, was his sort of. I think he was experimenting with this one because, like, he went. Starboy was so, and People Behind the Mask was so mainstream, like, ridiculously. Like, you could tell he was making it for like pop appeal.
Drake type shit.
Basically with this, I think he was doing. I'm not saying he wasn't doing that. He was definitely doing that, but he was also mixing it with like 80s like synth pop, I guess.
Yeah.
So he was trying to be more creative with it. So
that's exactly why I didn't like the album. Like not the 80s, like the different direction, but the reason is I still think it sounds really mainstream. Like with me, I think if he went like if he went in the direction like of like the really alternative like sounds, or like he brought back like the 80s sound or the psychedelic like thrill, like
well,
really,
I think to an extent he did do that. Like, you can't tell me this album.
Yeah, I was gonna say he did do it to an extent, but that's why I like the album, but I just couldn't indulge myself in it. I couldn't like fully like. I can't say that I love the album, but I can say that I like the album. If that makes sense.
Yeah, same.
So,
you literally said you loved the album. Like,
no, I love it, but like, I love.
You just can't say
you can understand. You can understand why.
I can understand. Yeah,
where I'm coming from. Yeah.
But I do. It's like I love it, but it's not my favorite one of it.
It's a great album.
It's not my favorite either.
It's a complete album. I think like it did everything that I think he set out to do, and I think I still think that if I listen to it, I would find things that I love about it that I've never like heard before. But just personally for me, like I didn't instantly connect with it like I did with his other albums.
I agree with you.
Matt, you talk.
Okay, yeah, I agree with you there. Like, I feel every time that I've re-listened to it since I started liking it, I found a new song that I then like listened to for like 2 weeks or whatever. And I listened to it again, I found a new song, and every single time I listen to it, there's something else that I enjoy a lot more than I did the first time around or the second time around or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite on the album right now?
To be honest, I couldn't narrow it down, so I created a little list here of 3. I'd say Save Your Tears or After Hours, and then if you include the deluxe, I really fucking love Final Lullaby.
Final Lullaby is hard, but like I think if we're talking about deluxe here, nothing compares.
Oh my, that sounds a banger.
It's so good, man. Like
So
the intro,
should have been on the album.
when the beat kicks in, oh, it's fucking fire.
You're probably not gonna like this then, but that's the only one on the deluxe I didn't like.
Oh my god.
you like Missed You more than Nothing.
I didn't like it.
Missed You starts off well.
It starts off,
I don't mind
the first 30-50 seconds are good. Then
the chorus is like,
but I Missed You. It's like, okay, fuck off. Piss off, man.
Miss You too, G. Oh, just sweet.
But like the weird thing about this album is that like he was on such a long like hiatus with this album before this album. I mean, like he dropped Starboy in 2016, and then like 2017 he got absolutely fucking nothing. We got absolutely zero music from him. In 2018 we got like My Dear Melancholy, a short EP, which like Surprise, which is I like it.
one of
like
my
it.
favorite projects.
Really, I mean, I like it more than certain projects like Beauty Behind the Madness. I like it way more.
I don't like you. Trust me, I don't like that album.
Wait, what?
Weeknd fan that doesn't like that album.
You guys don't like Beauty Behind the Man?
I'll get so much thing, man. I don't like Beauty Behind the Madness. I don't like Kissland.
Whoa.
I like Trilogy.
Beauty Behind the Madness is like, okay, here's my thing with Beauty Behind the Madness. It has very high, it has a lot of good moments, but it has a lot of bad moments as well. Actually,
Like,
wait,
what do you mean?
oh no, I'm saying shit. I'm talking about Starboy. I was thinking about Starboy. Beauty Behind the Madness
You're
is
thinking
very
about
average.
what I was gonna say. I was like, what?
It's a complete opposite. Beauty Behind the
It's
Madness.
like a bunch of mid songs.
Yeah, it's like, okay, these are all average. Like,
Yeah.
I think that like, there's like a little peaks here and there with like Dark Times and In the Night and Earned It.
The Hills is still probably one of my favorite.
It's a
Weeknd.
banger feel
The
album.
Hills. Like, I know it's obviously the most mainstream one.
I think for me, I liked it originally. I
Really?
just
Still
heard
think
it
it's
too
one of my
much.
favorite.
Let me search up.
Bro, often The Hills, Can't Feel My Face.
I don't
Shame-
like The
It is
Hills.
a good one.
No, the Hills, I liked it originally when I was.
How
like,
can you listen to
14.
that song?
When I was like 13,
I wanna
14, I
know,
liked
like-
that song. But like,
In-
I
It's so
heard
good.
it so much.
Can you not listen to that song?
Do you like False Alarm?
Oh fucking.
That's on Starboy.
Yeah, I know. I just want to know.
It's-
I originally didn't like it, but the more I listened to it,
That means your just opinion's invalid then.
Yeah.
That's not true.
If you like
I don't
that-
think
if
I don't
you
think it's one of the
genuinely-
best.
Alex, if you
I
genuinely
like it.
like that song, kick yourself off the fucking Discord call. Talk about your opinion.
Okay, but you guys are not like open minded. I think to at least try and like see the direction he took with that song.
No, I mean,
I think-
I see what he was trying to do with it, but like, can you just not do that?
It sounded exactly like what he wanted to picture. Like it sounded chaotic. Like it had chaos. That's why I like the song so
That
much.
doesn't mean it's sonically pleasing. Like, just because, okay, he did what he wanted to do with it, doesn't mean it's good.
But-
Doesn't mean it
but-
sounds good to me. And the
A
thing
song
is,
does-
I could say it sounds bad. It could be nice to you. It's like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm
But I
saying,
don't.
I can see why people would like it though. You have to be real hype.
yeah,
you gotta be real
like,
hype.
if you're in
It
like,
can get you hype. If you
there's a
yeah.
possibility. If you're into certain genre of music, I guess I can understand why.
It's not. I
But
don't think it's about.
I just don't like that type of music. I hate it.
If you listen to it, it's more like it feel. Do you know what that song? Yeah, it feels like it sounds like how anxiety feels. Like that's why I think I was like, oh, this is pretty spot on. Like
Anxiety and cocaine.
I don't think you would listen. I don't think
That song
I would
literally is
listen to
cocaine.
that song.
I think.
Yeah, it's like Blinding Lights.
Blinding Lights is weird because it is like man's talking about going through withdrawals while you have be hyped about the song or like to feel bad like man's talking about going
It's like
like,
the whole
to
album.
again and like but there's a hype beat behind it so like what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
You
See,
enjoy the music, man.
probably a good message there, but like I just missed it. I don't know.
Not every song is a message, man. Like it could
I
just
feel like every song had a little one. Must have.
maybe,
I feel like they do that. I don't think they ever make a song just to make a song,
Yeah,
especially at that level. They're gonna be thinking of like
there's a lot of subliminal stuff.
exactly.
Well, I think that depends who it is doing it, because there'll be pop artists that just make a song to make a song.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
especially
the fucking
they-
money,
they
yeah.
don't mind.
we
Like-
have stopped
like
we have
Drake
stopped-
or
we have
something.
stopped treating Weeknd like a pop artist. Like
Yeah.
no, like an R&B artist. Like he's a pop artist as well, and probably even more of a pop artist now. I'd
From
say.
pop.
He does write his own music though, so I think-
There's no correlation.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, there's a lot of pop artists. I'm not going to name any names, but there's a lot of pop artists that don't write their own music, and that's where you could be like, okay, there's no message, bro.
Really?
I mean,
Drake?
I don't even know about that. Like,
I don't know.
I have no idea.
We did. It was confirmed, bro. I don't give a shit.
I swear he used to be. He can write though, because his old shit is fire.
I don't know why people
Yeah.
care. To be honest.
Yeah.
But if it sounds good, then
It's old.
Songs
He's
is
so,
written
he's
for-
so ahead of everyone. Everyone is
He's
like,
like an artist, like-
how he used to be. Like, that's when you know you
Yeah.
all the way to the
Yeah.
No, it was basically like in 2015 he got exposed for like having his shit written, but like Take Care was partly written by The Weeknd. Like I think Weeknd even said he gave some of his songs to Drake for I
Yeah.
think just for recognition.
Back in the day,
Some of the
time
reasons
ago,
he
didn't
gave
he?
them.
Oh yeah, no, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
We got Trap Lil Ross.
Yeah, I watched that video.
It's for trappings.
Trap Lil Ross is a beast. I love him.
I watched like a few episodes of his thing. That's how I found out about like the whole Frank Def Jam thing.
Yeah, yeah, I watched that one as well.
But
Yeah.
yeah, wait. So okay, the singles from After Hours. So it was after. It says the title track After Hours, Heartless, and Blinding Lights. What were your guys' like impressions of those?
Well, I've never been a huge Weekend fan ever. Like, I like his songs in there. I've never listened before this one. I've never listened to a full project of his.
Really?
And the fact they got me excited for it. They were, I don't know, clearly very good. Because Heartless wasn't good once you listen to it for a few times, but the first listen, it was a banger still. Like, it was still a good song. So I think they got me really, like, extremely excited for an album I normally would not be that excited for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
I think he did a good job.
for me, because because the first single he dropped was Heartless, so it was like, okay, this is actually decent. Then when he released Blinding Lights, I'm like, bro, this song's so much fucking better than Heartless. Like, it's so
I said that. I
different.
remember I said that at the time. I said that at the time. Oh, fucking people were hating on me for saying that. I was like, how is not even in debate? Blinding Lights is so clear.
So good.
So, Alex, what do you think? Because I remember when Blinding Lights released, you didn't like it.
Oh no. I was opposite.
I think you mean me.
I think that's Saeed. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't like After Hours.
I remember when I didn't really fuck with After Hours that much.
Crazy guy.
I really loved. So when Heartless came out, I was all right. This is pretty good. But the thing is, the Heartless sounds like how like I expect the Weeknd to sound. Like it wasn't like anything like major.
I mean,
So I was like, yeah, this is a really good song. And then I had Blinding Lights, and I was like, bruh, like he's taking this into a different direction. And I really liked it. And his voice just sounded perfect. Like the writing was good, the beat was good, everything was like really good. So.
I mean,
I was
like,
really
the
excited.
thing is that because that was the Weeknd and Metro were like they produced that. The Metro produced that song and it was Weeknd singing it. So it was like I think the first collaboration from the album, and there was 3 in total. It was that, Faith, and Escape from LA. So once I listened to Heartless, I'm like, oh shit, is every Metro song gonna sound like this? And then you listen to the other two, I'm like, okay, these are so much better than Heartless. I don't know why he released that as a single.
They're very diverse. Like I'd say this
They're
album.
all so different from each other. It's not like, oh, Heartless sounds like this and the other two sound like this. Like they're all its own thing. But for me personally, I think Escape from LA and Escape from LA and Faith are so much better than Heartless. Like so much better. But yeah, so also, where do you think like After Hours compares with like every other album he's released? Like this could be project as well. So if you like, you can think of it. You can either think of it as trilogy, or you can think of it as House of Blues, Thursday, and Echoes of Silence if you want to.
Say trilogy.
All right.
It compares to trilogy.
Most people do it like that, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I only separate them because I like House of Blues so much more than the other two. That's why I tend to separate them.
Right.
But so, Matty, where do you have you listened
I'm
to
gonna
any
just sit this one
other?
out.
Huh?
I'm probably gonna sit this one out.
Oh, wait, is this still the only one you listen to?
I've listened to bits here and there. Like I listened to like half of House of Balloons. I listened to most of my Dear Melancholy. I mean, to rank it, I'd say it's better than my Dear Melancholy. And there you go. That's about as much as I can rank it.
I said like
I would hope an album is better than an EP. Like,
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
yeah, low-key though, I really,
You'd hope so, but if the EP is good, then the EP is fucking good.
Yeah.
I would have loved that. I would have, if you made an album out of that EP, it would have been so good. I loved it so much.
I've listened to a bit here and there, like half and half, but I've never listened to a full thing before this one.
Yeah.
So Alex, where do you compare this with every other Weeknd album you've heard?
I can only I think I can only compare it to Starboy. I think like they're both two albums that more so Starboy was a bit more mainstream, and it was like he was like getting his like sound. He experimented a lot more with rapping and like fast paced beats and stuff. But I would say After Hours is not far off doing like a lot of like mainstream work. Like a lot of the songs sound radio ready, and it's very fast paced. There's not many. The sad songs that are on the album are still quite, catchy and melodic and stuff.
Wait, it's on
Like,
Starboy
I
or
think
it's on After Hours?
After Hours. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
I don't like, as a new listener to The Weeknd, which I don't know how many there are, but like listening to After Hours, I think anyone could like. I don't think most people would be turned off listening to this album, and I think that's what Starboy also offered. Like, it was quite.
Yeah, it's a very welcoming album to
Yeah,
The Weeknd, I guess.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
you can't go like I can't imagine going into The Weeknd and going, yeah, let me listen to Kissland. It's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah,
Because
Kissland or
I think with Kissland, if you're a really like big fan of Weeknd, I think you tend to enjoy it. Like from what I've heard from a lot of my friends that are big Weeknd fans, they all love it. And the
yeah, I
ones that
love
aren't, like Syed's probably the only one I've met, the only Weeknd fan I've met that doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like, where would you rank After Hours? Like, compared to Trilogy or whatever?
Okay, shall I just say my whole top ranking off the top of my head right now?
Yeah, I'm doing mine on top of my head. Like, I don't know that.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put trilogies first. It
Yeah.
just is first. Yeah, and then it's between. I don't know if I. Is Kissland better than My Dear Melancholy? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do trilogy, and then I'm gonna do Be Behind the Madness. That's
Really?
my second one. I can't choose. I can't. This is so difficult. So trilogy, Beauty Behind the Madness, but I actually really liked a lot of the songs that weren't like the hits. Like there were a couple of songs in the album that were really like I really loved. And then I'd say Kissland,
Okay.
Starboy, My Dear Melancholy, After Hours. But they're so close. Like I can't even like. He's never released a bad album in my like.
After
They're all,
After Hours is the worst thing you listen to from him.
huh?
You say After Hours is like the
No,
bottom and the worst.
After, but that's what I was gonna say. I loved every single one of them. So this rank is like the I connected to After Hours the least, but they're all so good.
Yeah,
So
like
if that makes sense.
the worst doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just means that the others are so much better.
Yeah, no. But they're all so. The thing is though, they're so close together. Like
Like they're just better.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. So that'll be my rank.
Least favorite, Kissland. Then, no, can't do that. I can't. Actually, yeah, Kissland, Behind the Madness.
Oh,
Okay.
pain.
How did you not see that coming?
like
Literally, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna have to do it.
No,
Trilogy.
please. Wait, what?
Trilogy. Yeah.
what?
My Dear Melancholy. This one, After Hours, then
Wait.
Starboy.
My Dear Melancholy above trilogy.
Bro, I don't give a damn.
Oh my
Those
God.
songs hit.
Oh my god!
My
Wait.
God.
Oh
I'm gonna get flamed, man. I love it. You're gonna get these Weekend fans at me.
no!
They're gonna hurt me as well.
I think they're gonna send Weeknd himself, bro.
They're gonna really hurt me.
Oh my god!
Well,
I mean,
that is so much different to mine. Like completely different. I think
Listen, man, My Dear Melancholy, those songs are just freaking masterpieces.
I'm
man.
not saying they're bad.
If there were more, that would be his best album like ever. Imagine that was a whole album of that quality,
like,
but
okay.
other songs.
my beauty. But the thing is,
the whole album, apart from Call Out My Name.
when you say that My Dear Melancholy sounds quite similar throughout the whole thing, I think Be Behind the Madness is like it was so sonically different. Like every song was quite different. That's why I think like an album needs to have like diversity to an extent, but still connect.
True.
With the theme.
I mean, I think that's why the EP was perfect because it's all the
Yeah,
same songs, but it's like 6 of them. So it's
Yeah,
not,
exactly.
it's not. And thing is, it like hurt you and wasted times sound completely different. Or, privilege and waste time sound completely different. Like
I
they're
love
not the same
Privilege.
song.
Mm.
But yeah. I still can't believe that's your fucking ranking for the album.
Mate.
I know that.
Wait, which one?
I'd probably get the most hate for Starboy.
I know.
Which one did you put first?
You put
Starboy.
first.
Oh, and then second? What was the second one?
After Hours.
Okay.
I love it. I like it.
I'm trying to think of mine. I think well, mine is obviously going to be Trilogy first, obviously. Like, not that's no question. Trilogy's first. Then I'd say Kissland, maybe. Actually, yeah, I'll put Kissland second. Then After Hours.
Okay.
What's it? Trilogy, Kissland, After Hours. Then My Day Melancholy, Starboy, Absolute Pure Silence, then Beauty Behind the Madness. I'd rather listen to nothing than Beauty Behind the Madness.
I don't like that.
What?
Actually,
Nah, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's still last. Like
Kissland and Beauty Behind the Madness are fighting for last place. They're fighting.
Oh my god.
I think for me it was like okay, like the ending of Beauty Behind the Madness was so bad. I think you have Angel.
All of it, apparently.
I do not remember those songs.
Yeah.
I think actually Angel's good for like the first 30 seconds and then I skip it. It's like a 6-minute song. I'm like, fuck off.
What about
Like,
Prisoner?
Prisoner, no.
Oh my god, you go As You Are.
Okay.
Oh, there's so many good songs.
As You Are is fine. As You Are. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go through the album. I'll search the album. Where is it? Fuck's sake.
The Hills.
Okay, so I'm on the album now, and I'd say the ones I like: Often, Acquainted, Earned It, In the Night, As You Are, and Dark Times. Those are the only.
So that was.
Shameless is one of my favorites.
Shameless is
That is like try not to be last, but you're putting 6 songs below Silent when you like almost half of the album.
Bro, I'm taking the piss. Like,
no, it's unacceptable.
Mattie, what's your list? I want to hear his list.
Oh, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this list? It's gonna be full. It's gonna ruffle some feathers.
He's gonna be like Trilogy last, obviously.
Yeah, I'm gonna put first is After Hours, and second is My Dear Melancholy, and I've not listened to any others. So
okay.
Wait.
That's a good list. On my list,
that's a good list. That's a good list.
That's a great list.
I mean,
there you go.
I would put After Hours above. No, I wouldn't. But that's just me.
even when I'm ranking 2 songs, I still got it
I'm a weird
wrong.
person, so don't listen to me.
alright, so the next topic the next topic I wrote down was this whole thing about Weeknd versus Frank Ocean.
No,
You know we had to put Frank Ocean in this. You know
we can't compare them. Oh god.
No, you can.
You can.
I'm
Frank
not
Ocean's way
compared
better.
with anyone. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, but
Frank Ocean's a much better artist, songwriter, and stuff like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
But then there's type of shit like if like there's a bunch of things that make a great artist. I think.
I like them both for different things though. Like,
I'll put it simply. At the end of the day, Frank Ocean makes better music.
Yeah, if you want a piece of artwork, like go to Frank, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
The thing is for me.
See, I'm gonna say this about the Frank Ocean versus the Weeknd thing. This is all I've got. Frank Ocean changed my perspective on music and artistry as a whole. The Weeknd was there with me whilst I was discovering what music I liked, and he still is there. So I would say the Weeknd was there for me as a teen that was a bit edgy and wanted to listen to some cool music, or what he thought was cool music at the time.
Yeah. What, like inspirational, you mean?
Yeah, inspirational, or like just I think the Weeknd you can listen. I listen to the Weeknd a lot more than Frank, but when I listen to Frank, it's like I listen to him and I learn something. So
You're like, shit, how'd you make that?
No, yeah, I'd agree with that, to be honest, because pretty much until I listened to Blonde, I exclusively almost listened to like just rap or like trap or like melodic rap or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then I think since then, like not even just expanding into R&B, it's expanding in general. Because I was like, this is something I was sketchy but listen to, and now it's probably my favorite album.
Yeah.
So I'll give these other things a chance because it might be the same.
Exactly.
That same result.
Yeah.
I remember when I first heard Blonde, I didn't like it because I heard it.
You are a psychopath.
You know, because I was putting it off for ages, and I was up at like 2 a.m. and I saw some video explaining how great Blonde was. I was like, okay, let me listen to it. And it was 2 a.m. Literally, I got to like Ivy, and I was so tired. So I was like, I was waiting for it to end so I could sleep.
You got to the second song.
Yeah,
Nice.
basically.
Did it just mean that like
Franks, though.
sees them as completely different artists?
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. They're so different.
Like
No,
one,
but
like you're gonna get
the
lit
only reason I brought
at
it
his
up-
concert.
The only reason I brought him up is because you go on social media, it's the only argument you see about like R&B. The main argument you see anyway is Frank Ocean.
Oh, the new one is Brent.
And then you compare like a Starboy.
Yeah, that's inconsistent though. I mean,
You compare Starboy,
Which is
which
stupid.
dropped at the same year as Blonde, and you're gonna be like, this is a good argument.
See, I think you need to
I don't
compare
get it.
stuff like Trilogy and
Yeah, I mean, so far back.
but even so, like I think that still was one of his best. Like,
Oh yeah, I guess maybe because Trilogy has all this hype, so they can really compare them.
yeah, like I wouldn't compare Starboy and any of Frank's albums. Like,
no, but to be honest, you can't really compare stuff like The Knowing to like Frank's, I guess, because even though they're both like sad boy songs, they're not like the same, I guess.
Yeah, they're very similar though. I see them as.
Like which songs? Okay, I was thinking of something like Ivy. I don't think that actually. Wait.
No, if you take The Knowing and then think about something like,
yeah,
I don't know.
they're the same. But
there's
I think
an
they're
okay
wrong
argument.
examples. But yeah, I think there's a lot of songs. Like what song?
Oh, shit.
I think the title track House of Balloons, like that's nothing like any of Frank's stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't really compare anyone.
Ali, what's your
Frank,
opinion?
man. No
What,
makes
your
Frank
opinion?
Ocean versus Weeknd?
Yeah.
You know my answer, man.
I know your answer.
No,
but,
he's
like,
better, but like
elaborate
what
a
do you think
little
he's
bit.
I think for me, it's like Weeknd is very like I liked Weeknd a lot, and I think his music he's one of the reasons why I literally started listening to R&B a lot more because at the point like Mattie, I literally just listened to rap like in 2017.
Yeah.
And then like I listened to Weeknd, I was like, oh okay, I listened because I first listened around when he dropped My Day Melancholy. That's when I first listened to him. I was like, wow, this is sick. So I listened to some stuff like from Starboy, and like Starboy has one of my favorite Weeknd. It has my favorite Weeknd song probably, or my second favorite, which is Die For You. I remember me and Syed would like spam that song all the time in like 2018 or something. It was so good, and it still is really good. But so even though I do love The Weeknd, I think Frank Ocean because his songs actually make me feel emotions, whereas Weeknd is just like, damn, okay, that's a good song. With Frank's music, it's like, okay, I can actually feel you with this.
Yeah.
Like songs like Godspeed or like Self Control, so, like songs like those.
White Ferrari, all of this.
White Ferrari makes me feel so nostalgic. Same with Moon River, like those songs make me feel so nostalgic of like when I was younger, or not even when I was younger, like maybe like something like last year. But I have memories attached to those songs. I don't have a single song where like from Weeknd that I have a memory attached to. Because and I don't know why that is, but I think I just find Frank's music so much more memorable, and I relate to it a lot more. Not maybe maybe not because I relate to the lyrics. I just relate to the feeling.
Yeah.
The music.
You know, the only song I relate, no, not relate, but the only song I got in my mind of the Weeknd's right now that I could relate to like a place where I was is 6 Feet Under, which is so random because I don't even listen to that song that much. But
Mate, I've got a song with like songs just put like memory stamps in my head. Like if I listen to a song, I'll know where I was.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Like, I've got that, so I can't really say that because I could go like through the whole of Starboy and know exactly like, and it would just remind me of something. And same for Blonde, but like,
what's your opinion
okay.
what?
about the Frank Ocean?
What Frank versus? I don't like. I'd say I think Frank makes better music, and it's more like artistic and shit like that. But then like, The Weeknd just makes just bangers that just hit. for me different. They hit different. I don't know why. It's just how it is. Even though I know Frank Ocean makes so much more like artistic and better music to like. You know what I mean?
I think they both make good. You know when people say better music and stuff like I prefer Frank Ocean, but that doesn't mean he makes better music. I think he makes more meaningful music.
Yeah. No, but it's so artistic.
Yeah, I
like,
agree with that. I think
how I see it.
Frank's music is a lot more like important, I guess. I don't know. I like saying important sounds really weird, but to me, I don't think I'll be the person who I am without some of Frank Ocean's songs. Honestly, like
Definitely.
I think songs like Self Control, literally, like it like that's what it makes me feel something. That song actually makes me feel emotions. Whereas like songs like The Knowing, like it's just like, okay, this is a really good song, but I don't feel anything through it. I can just go about my day as normal, listening to that song in the background.
Yeah, but I guess that's just the you thing, because then I bet there's bare people that would.
Yeah. I'm saying this isn't a me thing. It's not like an actual.
Because that song does have meaning if you listen to it. So then it's just you don't find meaning in it then. Because I would say if you compare it to a song like, I don't know, like Reminder or something, like that's definitely got no meaning for us. Or
yeah, try.
No.
Yeah.
But okay,
that.
so this is the last thing I'm probably going to talk about, and is there anyone in R&B/pop that's better than him apart from Frank Ocean?
Better than him in like what?
In R&B or pop, is there anyone?
It's music. It's so hard to say.
Yeah.
Apart from Jason Derulo, obviously, I can't think of it.
Jason Derulo like that. The song's hard. I'm sorry.
He didn't write it.
Huh?
Which one?
He didn't write it though.
I fucking get his hard song.
There's like a cover.
We got whoever wrote it then.
Wait, let me actually. Maybe I'm.
Right, you can say that about Moonriver by Frank, but I still rate that song.
No, but he buffed it up so hard.
Yeah, but it's like you can say, oh, he didn't write it though.
Jason Derulo wrote it.
Still a good song.
Yeah.
Who wrote Savage Love? Oh no, it wasn't by him. It was by Josh685.
Yeah, it's by like some kid in Sydney or something like that.
Yeah.
He just produced it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. On a more serious note, I can't think of anyone really.
Yeah,
better than him. Outside of Frank.
Trust.
You can't even say stuff like Drake or anything. Like he's not even an R&B. Like he does everything. Drake is like he's just an artist. As
an artist, I'd say probably Drake is probably better than The Weeknd. But if you're gonna put them in the same field, like when it's in the R&B together, when Drake makes R&B and The Weeknd makes R&B, The Weeknd does it better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%. Like
in that term.
But I think it's very hard to compare some of their styles because I listened to Drake's last mixtape this year. And that's like no R&B on it whatsoever. Apart from there's no R&B on it at all. So
I really like that.
And things you can't compare like Drake as a rapper to like Weeknd as a rapper because one actually came up as a rapper, one came up as a singer. They both just happen to rap on certain songs.
What is that? So did you say Weeknd as a rapper?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
mad. What song does he rap on?
Fucking, I don't know. I'm saying in general, like comparing, like you can't really compare those two because like they came up they main different genres.
Okay. Yeah.
Or they made different styles of using their voice. One raps, one sings. Like you can't compare.
I actually think The Weeknd is not even fully R&B. I think I'd put The Weeknd in R&B pop. Like that's. I don't think I'd ever put The Weeknd in just R&B.
I think that's literally his like style now. Like
so
I think since Be Behind the Madness, it's been like that. Yeah. You can argue since Kissland, I guess. Like there's some like things of Kissland. It's like you can say it's like alternative pop or alternative R&B. Like there's such a thin line now between what identifies as what genre because there's so many.
Yeah.
But I'd say definitely from Be Behind the Madness, he identifies as pop artist rather than R&B artist.
Yeah, Beauty Behind the Madness and Starboy, like, but even so, like, Starboy still had some R&B, and so did
Oh
Beauty
yeah,
Behind
like
the Madness.
what Die for You, True Colors. Those are both
Yeah.
proper R&B songs. But
Yeah.
I would say in the R&B pop, no one probably beats him. But I think in R&B, like solely R&B, I think there's a lot of artists that I prefer listening to,
oh yeah,
like
yeah,
her,
100%.
her
I think
or
the
or there's a
wait,
lot.
what you say?
I know. I just said there's like I prefer like her or SZA or like, there's a lot of artists that
Yeah,
I
in
would rather
R&B.
listen to.
I mean, yeah, I prefer SZA like way more
Yeah,
to current R&B Weekend.
yeah.
And her, I mean, her, I used to like her music, but
Mm.
recently not so much. I mean, I don't really check for her music anymore, but there was a point where I really liked her music.
Yeah, I
But
mean, there's so many R&B artists that are like really good right now that like, yeah, there's just so much choice, and I think you like Saeed said, it's such a music is such a opinionated thing. Like, it's very difficult
And
to talk about it
like
unless
someone
you.
could come and say like Justin Bieber's better than Frank, and what are you gonna say? No,
No, yeah, exactly. Like,
can't.
better could mean anything. It doesn't necessarily.
Even though he's wrong, can't say no.
yeah, I mean, like the thing is, opinions exist, yeah, but like saying anyone's better than Frank apart from like Michael Jackson, it's like no, shush, shh, you're wrong.
See, but
Eh,
Justin Bieber is better than Frank at being Justin Bieber, and that's like
Yeah.
people tend. I mean, you can't like.
that's true. Like you loving
You know
Frank
what I
this
mean?
much is just the you thing.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, like obviously everyone's entitled to their opinion. Me saying all this shit, I'm just taking the piss. I don't actually mean that. Like,
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree.
yeah, so
Yeah,
it's just like people can
yeah,
like Justin Bieber. I'll probably look at them weird, like, what the fuck? How can you? But at the end of the day,
yeah.
they probably look at me weird, like, how the fuck can you like Frank Ocean more than Justin Bieber? So it's just
Yeah, that's true.
Bro, Baby's still a banger, man. I'm just
It's
saying.
hard.
I mean, like,
It will never be
I'm not
hard.
disagreeing.
Baby's still a banger.
I think it's still the most disliked video on YouTube.
It got beat. I think.
Why?
Uh,
Why do people hate it so much?
I think it just became a meme. I don't think people actually hated it as much as
Yeah.
it seemed like they did, because a lot of people didn't hate it. Every time you talk to somebody that didn't even like Justin Bieber, they're like, "Yeah, maybe it wasn't that bad. It was alright." And it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah." So, but yeah.
yeah,
Nice.
I think that covers everything that I've wrote down.
Nice.
Right.
Have you
Little
guys got
episode.
anything more to say about the weekend or Frank Ocean or like whatever the fuck?
I was gonna add. I think The Weeknd is one of the best artists that we've heard of in like the last 20, 30 years.
20,
Like,
30 years. That's
yeah.
old, man. I mean,
One, I mean, there's and to say that is such a crazy statement, but I think he's so young as well. I'm just excited for
I mean, he just
everything.
turned 30. I think what Weeknd's achieved in like this decade he's made music is actually crazy.
Crazy, it's
Like
crazy.
he went from someone who like he was like unknown, no one knew what he even looked like in 2011
Yeah,
until he released a Wicked Games music video. And to go from what he was then, homeless and whatever, like to now, like I think he's the biggest artist on Spotify. Like
he's changed the scene,
Yeah,
man.
he
He's
is. Nice
changed
to
it.
listen to.
It's very inspirational.
Different. Look at Curry, man.
So inspiration.
So inspiration.
but yeah, I think that's everything I have to say.
Yeah.
I think this is where we leave it.
Yeah, for
Mattie, you better listen to Trilogy, otherwise I'll kill you.
Yeah.
don't.
Nah,
You
Listen to
I'm
better.
gonna listen, and then I'm gonna put it bottom of my ranking, and then what?
Listen
And
to
then what?
Starboy.
Oh god.
I'm gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna put "Beat Behind the Madness" as my favorite Weekend album.
Yes. Put Kissland as your favorite.
Ooh.
No, I'm gonna put that bottom. Gonna put that bottom.
Lucky.
Oh, okay.
You know, I've been playing chess this whole time. But I'm so bad, I don't use my brain. So